ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम अखंडमंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। I'll sing one bhajan, Chinmaya Mission bhajan, Krishna bhajan. वनमाली राधा रमना गिरिधारी गोविंदा। वनमाली राधा रमना गिरिधारी गोविंदा। वनमाली राधा रमना गिरिधारी गोविंदा। नीलमेघ सुंदरा नारायण गोविंदा। वनमाली राधा रमना गिरिधारी गोविंदा। भक्त हृदय मंदारा भानुकोटि सुंदरा। भक्त हृदय मंदारा भानुकोटि सुंदरा। नंद नंद गोप बृंद नारायण गोविंद। नंद नंद गोप बृंद नारायण गोविंद। हरि नारायण गोविंद। नारायण गोविंद नारायण गोविंद। नारायण गोविंद नारायण गोविंद। हरि नारायण गोविंद हरि नारायण गोविंद। हरि नारायण गोविंद। वनमाली राधा रमणा गिरिधारी गोविंदा। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। आत्मबोध प्रेयर्स। तपोभिक्षीण पापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिनां मुमुक्षूणाम् अपेक्षोऽयं आत्मबोधो विधीयते, आत्मबोधो विधीयते. We are studying a text called Atmabodha. In this little verses, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, all Vedanta principles, fundamentals, that's why they call Atmabodha as Prakarana Grantha. Prakarana Grantha means introductory book. After Tattva Bodha, generally we study Atma. So different topics we have seen regarding Vedanta or regarding Atma Jnana or Brahma Jnana or our own nature. Today, the question is, Swamiji, you say Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. Hainane? Yeah. Because he is a teacher, he says, yes, always I say Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. Now my question is, where is this Brahman? What is the location of your Brahman? The answer, today's class from verse number 64. Student asked the Guru, where is the Brahma? Answer is, repeat after me. Drishyate sruyate yadyat brahmano nyanna tat bhavet tatvajnanascha tad brahma Satchidanandamadvayam. Together. Drishyate sruyate yadyat brahmano nyanna tat bhavet tatvajnanacha tad brahma Satchidanandamadvayam. You asked where is Brahma? So the answer is Drishyate sruyate yadyat. Yadyat means whatever. Drishyate, you are seeing. Sruyate, you are listening. Sruyate, drishyate, only two in this sloka he has taken, but whatever we are experiencing. It may be whatever we see, whatever we taste, whatever we touch, even whatever we think. All the experiences, what Swami? All the experiences, yadyat brahmanaha na anyat. They are all not different from Brahma. So the answer is, whatever you are seeing, whatever you are listening, whatever you are speaking, whatever you are touching, everything is Brahman only. Nothing different from Brahma. This is the location of Brahma. This point we reach when we do long days sadhana. Generally, they say everything is Brahma, everything is God, everything is Vishnu. But our experiences, we don't say that. We don't receive that way. Whatever the world, what we are receiving, we don't receive as Brahma. But the fact is, Brahman only, in the form of Shabda, Sparsa, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, they enter through our senses into our system. Other than Brahman, nothing is there. Guruji says one anecdote or one instant. When Pujya Gurudev was in Sandipani, our Pujya Gurudev Chinmayananji, when he was in Sandipani, one student came to ashram, newly. He is saying, in Sandipani ashram, you must have visited, I don't know. If you visit, old mango trees are there. They like their age, like 250 years, 200 years, 150 years. That time, that is a mango grow. Gurudev kept all the trees as it is. They say Gurudev loves this Prakriti, all the trees and everything very much. He doesn't encourage to cut the trees. Even in Sandipani kitchen, in the center kitchen, there is a big mango tree. He said, you design such a way that this tree should not cut. Build the entire building that way. He used to love, because he knew that is Brahma. It has a right to live. Anyhow, in this case, I want to tell what is there in his mind in Siddhabari Ashram in 80s. They are building nice buildings. Their Gurudev Kutia is very big Kutia, and some Kamala Hall, this and that, Ram Temple and everything. Somebody asked, Gurudev, nice buildings you are getting over here. What is his answer to that builders? Please cover these buildings with trees and leaves and creepers, he said. They said, Gurudev, why? He said, I am feeling very much shy to show my architecture in front of that Prakriti. People should not say, my building is more beautiful than that trees and leaves. And moreover, as a sannyasi and sadhu, I should not exhibit that, I have so many buildings, big buildings. Cover them. That is his heart. And so many incidents they say, anyhow, Gurudev topic. One day, once he went to America. They say in America, red sandalwoods are very popular. Everywhere they will get. In India, we don't get red sandalwoods. Nowadays, it is illegal also to keep red sandalwoods in our groves. He brought 2 red sandal trees from America to plant in Siddhabari. Sometime he came, he planted, and slowly they are becoming big ones. Anytime he comes to Siddhabari, he used to see them. Whether everybody taking care of them or not, he used to see. One day in his kutia, he is writing his work. Gurudev. Somewhere some sound he heard, somebody chopped out this red sandalwood trees. Are they trimming that trees, or they cut something? Sound is like that. And Gurudev quickly, he dropped that papers over there and he ran and he went to that 2 red sandalwoods and he hugged. And he felt so bad such a way that why Gurudev suddenly he became like that. He said, you cannot touch my trees. You cannot harm them. And he hugged them. He is pampering as though we pamper our kids, you don't worry, As long as I will be there, so long I will take care of you. That way, so this student came to Sandipani and he asked Gurudev, what is the name of that tree? And Gurudev said, that tree is nothing but existence perceived through your senses. You are calling it as a tree. If you ask what is that, I say it is a pure existence only. Over that you put one name and one form and one quality and you divide, fight, whatever you want to do. But this is all nothing but Brahma eva. Drishyate, sruyate, yadyat. Whatever you are experiencing, even in Narayana Suktam, they say that Yachya kinchit jagat sarvam drishyate, sruyate, vyapya Narayana stitam. Narayana only pervade everything and he stays. Some Narayana we call as trees, some Narayana we call it as animals, some Narayana human being, some Narayana devatas. Yachya kinchit jagat sarvam drishyate sruyate piva vyapya Narayana stitam. So this is the address of Brahma. Swamiji, If that is the address of Brahma, then why I can't see him? Why I am not experiencing in that way? The answer, next line, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji says, Tattva Jnanascha. You have to, you need one knowledge to see that way. That knowledge is called Tattva Jnanam. Not biology, not zoology, to see animals and trees and human beings, not medicine. Tattva Jnana means science of truth. Tattva means truth, Jnana means science. If you know the Tattva Jnana, science of truth, then you can say, what Swamiji I can say? Tat Brahma. That is Brahma. Which kind of Brahma? Satchidanandam Advayam. Non-dual Sat Chit Ananda Brahma Eva Tat. You can see, but qualification is you should have Tattva Jnana. Tattva Jnanascha Tad Brahma Satchidananda Advayam. See how beautifully Bhagavan Shankaracharya sings. People ask, where is God? Prahlada said, where not? His father Hiranyakashipu, he asks Prahlada, where is God? Show me. Prahlada says, where not? I can see everywhere him. Even in this pillar. Yes, even in this pillar. He tried and he got it. That's why where is God means everywhere, whatever is, that isness is Brahma. Over that we put all names and forms and everything. That way we must see the Brahma. And the same thought in verse number 65 also Shankar Bhagavad Pada is explaining. Repeat after me. Sarvagam Satchidatmanam Jnana Chakshur Nirikshate Ajnana Chakshur Neksheta Bhasvantam Bhanumandhavat. Together. Sarvagam Satchidatmanam Jnana Chakshur Nirikshate Ajnana Chakshur Neksheta Bhasvantam Bhanumandhavat. Sarvagam Satchidatmanam. This Sat Chit Atma Swarupam. Sarvagam. Sarvagam means everywhere. Sarvani Gamayati. Gam means Gamayati. It pervaded. Where Swamiji? Everywhere. Sarvam. Sarvagam Satchidatmanam. But to see that it is not everybody's cup of coffee. Then who can see Swamiji? Jnana Chakshuhu. It is a noun. Noun means the person who has that eye of knowledge. That person, Jnana Chakshuhu, Nirikshate. Nirikshate means he can see very clearly. This Sarva Brahma. Oh, that means if you want to see the truth, you need a particular eye. That eye in Hinduism we call as Jnana Chakshu. Symbolically we put for Bhagavan Shiva also. He has a third eye, Swamiji. The third eye is nothing but his knowledge. With these two eyes we see. different labeling, different Saptasparsa Rupa Rasagandha Panchabhuta Atmaka Prapancha Ityadi. But what is their backside, this Chakshu can see. That Jnana Chakshuhu Nirikshate, he can see. How could he get Swamiji? That is in the next verse he will say, but people will say, to see that particularity, every field needs a separate eye. Guruji tells one beautiful story. Once Guruji with his team, they all went to one art gallery. If you see the art gallery, different types of colors and paintings, everything they keep, and people watch and enjoy everything. And they took Puj Guruji also to that art gallery. And different people, different art. In 30 minutes, he completed total art gallery visit and he came out. And one of the team member, he asked, what Guruji? In half an hour, you finished everything. He said, what is there to that? I finished in half an hour. And people are not coming from the art gallery, particularly one man. He stood in front of one art, and hours together he is enjoying. And Tejomayananji was completely shocked, and he went and see what is there. There is one and only stroke in the white canvas. He said, my dear Ramarao, hours together you are watching, what is there? That man could not speak anything and he did not tell anything. Straight he went to that bill counter and he asked how much it is. They said 1 million Indian rupees. And he gave his check for 1 million Indian rupees and he collected the paint, and Guruji was shocked. Arey, for one stroke, you gave 1 million rupees. Because he says, I don't have that eye. What is there in the picture? That man has that. That's why he is giving value to that and he is enjoying. He is giving so much of money and everything. That eye, every field, it has its own particular. If we don't have that, we cannot enjoy. We cannot see that. They say one sports minister, they invited him to a football match because he is a sports minister. Whole ground is goggling, shouting, enjoying. This fellow doesn't know what is football at all. In the court, for one ball, this side 11 people and that side 11 people, continuously they are struggling for 45 minutes. As the stadium is shaking. All match completed and they gave mic to this speaker because he is sports minister and chief guest. He took the mic with emotion. He is saying, I don't know that our country becomes so poor such that for one ball 25 people are fighting. Before election, next time I will give for each sports person one ball each, then you can play and enjoy. Because he doesn't know what is that game. He thought for one ball only all the 21 people, they are fighting. So it need a particular eye to see what is happening. Otherwise, it is zero for us. There only, but we leave it and we come. And one more anecdote Guruji says, it happened actually. Previous to, I don't know. Whether he made it that way, I don't know. But this one actually happened. Once Pandit Ravi Shankarji, Pandit Ravi Shankarji is Sitar Vidwan in India. Bharata Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, all world, Raman Magsaysay, so many awards and everything he got. Pandit Ravi Shankar is a great Vidwan. First time he went to America. And they read all newspapers and they came to know he's a great musician. All white people, they purchased tickets and full gallery was full. I hope you have seen any music kacheris. At least nowadays in YouTube also we can see. For any music kacheri, any great artist, before going into the items, you know what they do? They tune all their instruments. For example, tabla, he will set it. Tick, tick, tuck, 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 harmonium, and this nada, swara. They prepare it. Each instrument, they take one minute. This gallery is full line. These people are, one is doing tabla, one is doing harmonium, one is doing sitar and everything, and they're ready. By that time, when they finished this fundamental instrumental adjustment, they started clapping. All gallery is clapping. They thought one item is over, because they don't know what it is. It is not an item, it is a preparation only. So that way, if we don't have the eye, we cannot enjoy what is. In Vedanta also, that jnana chakshuhu nirikshate. Sarvagam Satchidatman. Who cannot see, Swamiji? Ajnana chakshuhu na iksheta. The man with ignorance, Ajnana chakshuhu, na iksheta, he cannot see. Why, Swamiji, he cannot see? Is there Brahman or no? Bhasvantam. Bhasvantam means even though he is experiencing that Satpadardam only. Bhasvantam api. Brahman is somewhere. He is ignorant. That's why he cannot enjoy. No. Brahman is everywhere for both. Bhasvantam api. Even though he is experiencing Brahman only, but he doesn't know it is Brahma. Gold bangles, we kept 20 bangles. We kept big Kasulu Peru. We kept Vadlanam. We kept nice harams, like 200 tola gold. The person who did not see what is gold, he entered into that room. Then we need not worry, because he doesn't steal it. He doesn't know the value of that items. Ajnana Chakshu behaves with Brahman this way. Because he doesn't see, he did not see what is gold, so he doesn't pay attention to these bangles and harams and vaddans. Ajnana Chakshuhu na ikshate bhasvantam api, even though Brahman only he is experiencing. And Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is giving one example for this. It is like bhanum andhavat. The person is andha, blind fellow. Bhanu is shining, but he cannot enjoy where is sun, what type of sun, what sunlight can do. If you ask him, he says no, sir, because he doesn't have that eye. How beautifully he can. Sarvagam Satchidatmanam Jnana Chakshur Nirikshate. Ajnana Chakshur na iksheta Bhasvantam Bhanumandavatu. Bhasvantam. Even though Brahman is everywhere, even though whatever we are experiencing, this is nothing but Brahman only, because we don't have that knowledge, we cannot experience Brahman. We cannot say what is Brahman. Moreover, we ask, Swamiji, where is this Chaitanya Brahma? To ask that question also, we need Chaitanya only. If you don't have Chaitanya, there is no question. Bhasvantam api bhanu mandavat. As a blind person cannot enjoy sunlight. So this is the thought. What is the question? Where is Brahman? What is the answer? Sarvagam. whatever you experience, drishyate, sruyate, sarvagam Brahma. Then why I cannot see Swamiji? Because of ajnana chakshuhu. You are blind fellow. Who can see Swamiji? Jnana chakshuhu. Who has knowledge of eye, he can see. Then the next question, okay Swamiji, problem I understood. I don't have proper knowledge. Solution also I understood. What is that? I must need knowledge. So what is the process, Swamiji, to get this knowledge? Bhagavad Pada, Shankaracharya ji. How can I get that eye? Yeah, so that I can see Brahman everywhere. And Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji says that method is in the verse number 66. Sravanadi viruddipta Jnanagni paritapitaha Jiva sarvamalan muktaha Swarnavadyotate swayam Sravanadibhiruddipta Jnanagni paritapitaha Jiva sarvamalan muktaha Swarnavadyotate swayam. Nice question you asked, my dear student. Because many people, they know the disease, but they are not ready to take medicine. That is terrible. If we know that the disease, we must ready to take the medicine. Now our problem is ignorance. PDF of Atma Bodha we can share. So we know the problem, that is ignorance. So we must ready to take the medicine. How can I get rid of this ignorance, or how can I remove this ignorance? Our teachers say there is a process that we call as sadhana, or that we call as jnana mark, or that we call is a training. And here Shankar Bhagavad Pada giving one example. This is like getting gold from ore. If anybody asks where is the gold, we say, can you see that Kolar mines in Karnataka? I know Kolar mines. There is gold. Oh. He goes there and he searches everywhere. He could not find gold at all. Because everything is rocks and stones and this much only. And this fellow says gold is in that. But to see 100% gold, there is a process. We have to study metallurgy. And we have to purify all the ores. And remove all the impurity. What is not gold, you remove. And finally, you receive gold in the form of bar. This is gold bar. Now can you see? What Swamiji? Beautiful gold bar, Swamiji. Oh. I don't know how far it is fact. They say in any gold ore, they do all the process, and first bar they get it, like 20 kilo bar something. And they say they put that 20 kilo gold bar in front of public. And they announce, if anybody can take this gold bar with single hand, they can take it. That way it is like a tradition in gold ores. And people try with single hand to lift that gold bar and they want to take it. And Guruji cracked one joke. If it comes with your hand, how they will put in the market? Anybody can take. I don't believe that it happens. But recently I have seen in somewhere in YouTube, in Dubai, like big gold malls, they put this gold bar in a glass box and they put this one small hole, like one hand can enter it. If anybody can put their hand and with single hand, if they can lift that 10 kilo gold bar and they can take it. I know. But in gold ores, this was the tradition in that community. For every community, they have a tradition. In this gold ore community, first bar they put in the public. If anybody can take the 20 kilo gold bar with single hand, they can take. Can you see now? Can you see in the ore? No. So what is there in between? That is called sadhana. That is called training. If you pass through that training, you can see Brahman everywhere. All impurities should go away, then Shuddha Brahma Swarupa can be experienced. Swamiji, you said we must remove all impurities. Can you tell, Swamiji, what are the impurities we have? Please. All impurities, they divide into two blocks. One set of impurities, they belong to mind. Mental impurities are mind impurities. In mind, we may say so many impurities are there, but fundamental impurities are 4. Mind level. What are the 4, Swamiji? First impurity in mind is ragam. Ragam means attachments or likings. Raga buddhi, raga. Second impurity is called dvesham. These two only completely pollute our mind. Actually, entire world we divided in these two blocks only. My likes, my dislikes. I work for my likes, I don't work for my dislikes. This is favoritism. This is, I don't allow it. Ragam, dvesham. 2 impurities. And Swamiji, 2 more you said. Next one is called Deha Vasana. This is also in mind only. Deha Vasana means the feeling that I am the body. And we start pampering the body. We give so much importance to the body and its relations. Actually, whole life we struggle in the service of physical body only. Whether you get a clothing, food, bathing, brushing, whatnot. Deha Vasana. This is very subtle and powerful weakness. Deha Vasana. The thought, I am body. And the 4th one is called Bhoga Vasana. Bhoga Vasana means always clinging to enjoyment. That clinging nature towards enjoyment is called Bhoga Vasana. Ragam, Dvesham, Deha Vasana and Bhoga Vasana are the main mental impurities. Now, Swamiji, and what about intellectual impurities? This is in mental level, mind level. What are the impurities in the intellect level, Swamiji? There are main two intellectual impurities are there. One is avidya, ignorance. Fundamental, powerful impurity in buddhi is called not knowing myself. That is called avidya, ignorance. Its product is wrong notions. In Sanskrit, it is called Viparita Bhavana. Viparita Bhavana means it is not fact, but our buddhi says it is fact. That is because of ignorance. This ignorance and wrong notions together is called intellectual impurities. Avidya, Viparita Bhavana in buddhi. Ignorance and wrong notions. This is together impurity in our personality. Total impurities in our personality, mental level and intellectual level. Okay, Swamiji, problem is there, but everyone, we all suffering. There are such a fundamental impurities, it is common to everyone. It is not money, it is not status. Raga, Dvesha, Dehavasana, Bhogavasana, Avidya and Viparita Bhavana common to everyone. Swamiji, we have that problem. Admitted. Now, you said there is a process to clean this. What is that process, Swamiji? They say, in that process also, there are two steps. One is called getting purity. Because impurities you have, first of all, we have to clean ourselves. Vessels should be clean. Then you can put milk or parman, kshirannam, whatever. That will be okay. So that purity can be gained by selfless service. One, that is we call as in traditional karma yoga. Selfless service dedicated to Almighty. Do some seva. Always ready to help the society or the people. That seva bhava, karma bhava, selfless service. And if little maturity comes in our inner system, then we ready to do upasana. Like little subtle active, that is also action only, subtle action, that is called upasana, doing japam, pujanam, pathanam, ityadi karakram. We call both them as karma marga and bhakti marga. They are helpful to remove mental impurities. Mind can be purified with these two techniques. Slowly this I can be diluted. Before that I used to say I am. Slowly I understood the limitations of I. Slowly I understood where I am keeping this I. In all gutter only I am keeping my I. And then we have to focus on it. How can I get rid of this intellectual impurities, Swamiji? They say that is through Sravana, Manana and Nididhyana. You must listen because ignorance is the problem. Avidya is the problem. Ignorance can be removed by the knowledge. Knowledge you can get from the teacher through listening. So approach your teacher and submit your ignorance. Already you purified. You are a good boy, good sadhaka. So you are ready. And listen attentively, not tentatively. While listening only, all our wrong notions will go away. Pure knowledge we can accumulate, we can accommodate during this Sravana Kalam only. In meditation, we alone, we don't know what is happening. Sravana Kalam. And then reflect on it. Reflect on it means you take that knowledge as your own knowledge. And then meditate with full alertness on truth. Because in Sravana Kala, you listened what is truth, what is not truth. In Dhyana Kala, you must abide in the truth. You are seeing it. You are staying with that. In other words, we can call your experience. It is not an experience and experienced. You are that all the time. So that way, you must get rid of these impurities. You asked what is the process, Saina? In the next verse, Bhagavan Shankaracharya summarized whatever we spoke now. Please repeat after me. I think we have done it. Sravanadibihi uddipta jnanagni. This is the process. Sravanadibihi. By the techniques called Sravana Adi. Sravana Adi means whatever we said, Seva, Upasana, Sravana, Manana, Dhyana. With this, Uddipta Jnana Agni in our personality, the fire of knowledge, Jnana Agni, Uddipta, lit up. We are no more old person, slave to my thoughts, slave to my clingings. No. Slave to my wrong identifications. No. I am always alert. I have a perfect thought that what I am always. That is called Uddipta. Uddipta Jnanagni. Paritapitaha. Paritapitaha means that student is now heated. In this process, he heated. Paritapita means he is polished. He is shining. That jiva refined now. When we reach Guru, we are like a ore, gold in ore. When whatever Guru says, slowly we are practicing and dropping all impurities, this ore now gold. Paritapitaha. And what this jiva will do? Jivaha sarva malan muktaha. Sarva malan, all impurities, muktaha. Muktaha means he dropped. He is free from all impurities. Swarnavat dyotate swayam. As we example said, like gold, he is shining by himself. Because he is already that Brahman only, he used to think something else. That notion's gone, their product's gone. Now he is Shuddha Satta Chitta Ananda Swarupa like Swarna. Now you can take it with your hand. Ready, gold bar is ready. Swarnavata Dyotate Swayam. This way, Bhagavad Pada completed this complete verse. In Bhakti, they ask, where is God? They say, everywhere is God. How? In the form of Satta, Chitta, and you are saying the ease. That easiness is nothing but because of that pure existence. That knowingness because of pure knowledge. In the world, whatever we are saying, we are struggling for happiness, Swamiji. We are working for happiness, Swamiji. The core of happiness is you. Then why I am not enjoying, Swamiji? Because of ignorance. With this process, you please get rid of all the impurities. Always, even now, you are Shuddha Brahma. Prakashamana Brahma even now. 24/7. My dear student, this is the teaching. In the next class, we are going to conclude beautiful text Atma Bodha. Atma Bodha, it is not like Vivek Chodamani, it is 68 verses, only 2 verses are there. But 68 verses is a big verse. We have taken so many classes. Okay. So when we finish or when we complete any text, we offer Guru Dakshina to our teacher. So whatever Guru Dakshina you people give, with that Guru Dakshina only they run Chinmaya mission. Actually, this is the thought of Pujya Gurudev. One is everybody can participate in the mission work. Of course, finance definitely needed for everything. Even spiritual organization also have to pay current bill, have to put labor, have to put everything. Same like any other organization. So it is our chance to serve our Guru or our society or our knowledge. So the next class we conclude our Atma Bodha. Vijayji and Raja Ramji and other Vijayji, please frame it in a way, Sundarji, and we can do that. And one more announcement is, this is Kartika Masam. Kartika Masam in India, it is a holy month to Bhagavan Shiva. Every Kartika Masam in our Chinmay Sadan, in our Guru Pitham, we do Rudrabhishek, Panchavara Rudrabhishek. It's a big Rudrabhishek. Many people, they come. If anybody wants to do in the next Monday, we do. Generally, Somavara is Siva Pritikara. And Masa Sivratri, second December, these 2 days we want to do in Kartika Masa. I will share that poster with your names or your family names, or we may know some people, they are interested in doing the Rudrabhisheka. You can all send your Nama Gotra and people also, if they are in Visakhapatnam. Please encourage that activity, that work also, that pujanam also. Thank you for listening. Hari Om. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.